Good evening again, everybody. Alex StarCraft here, very excited to be bringing you guys another game from the Jinro replay pack between Foxer. I will tell you guys a little bit more about him in a second. He's the blue Terran in the top right-hand corner, essentially on Antiga Shipyard, and LiquidJinro, the red Terran, in the bottom right-hand corner. Now, Foxer, for those of you who do not know, is actually MaringKingPrime. That is how I will be labeling this video. And what happened, from what I understand, he really started to become a very well-known player. I think it was in StarCraft 2. It might have been in Brood War, but I think it was StarCraft 2. I'll actually see if I can look it up right now. But what happened is MaringKingPrime, obviously as insinuated by his name, is a very good Marine micro player. Now, of course, okay, so yeah, it was in StarCraft 2. So what happened is he is one with very good Marine micro, but for many of you, you know Boxer, and he is also one with extremely good Marine micro. So what he went by is Boxer, aka Fake Boxer, is what it was, and people started to know him. They were like, who is this guy? Eventually they found out he was Marine King. He is currently on the Team Prime. Yes, he is indeed. I just got to look over at that Team Liquid Wikipedia page. But anyway, so we can look forward to seeing some good stuff this game, just because Marine King, again, with that just amazing micro that he does have, and Jinro, some very good micro himself, exhibiting it a little bit last game with those very nice EMPs and a little bit of medevac micro pulling weakened units back that were blocked by force fields. But we have a proxy barracks in the center of the map. Now this is, I think, a little strange position, just because, of course, if Foxer decided to scout and had any inclination at all to take a look at the Zennaga Tower, he would see it. And for a second I thought that was him, but no, it was Jinro. The barracks did finish up, and he has a tech lab on the way on that. So I would guess it's just going to be, okay, it'll be one of two things. It'll be either a early Marauder push, or something I've seen before, an early Ghost push. But of course that was versus, well, no, that was versus a Terran, so that could indeed happen. But we have Foxer going for the totally standard opening. He's actually going for a Hellions, I think. I'm assuming this will be the, the Reactor Hellion, or no, it is not Reactor. He'll be going for some kind of play. I would assume it is going to be a Hellion play. It could also be a tank one, though. Because, of course, Terran versus Terran, again, for those of you who don't know, it used to have, it's changed a good bit in the last 6 months. For a long time, Bio was kind of what was totally dominating the scene, and then all of a sudden at one of the MLGs, all of the Slayers Terrans, and by all of, I think it's just mostly MMA and Boxer, there might be a third one, but I can't think of them right now, and all of a sudden they came out and they had this wonderful Hellion style that they used at MLG against every race, really. Terran in particular is what really made a splash, and they just kind of destroyed everyone. It was actually really cool to watch. And we do have a little bit of pressure going on right now. The Marauder just forcing its way back, actually managing to survive, and it looks like he is going to get the bunker up, and this is going to be a bit of contain on Marine King here, and that is not great for him. Sorry for talking through some of the action there, but he's going to be pulling back. The Hellion does manage to snipe the weak one. Of course, Hellion's not the best against Marauders. We do have this SCV attacking, but it is going to be going down. He is repairing the Hellion as much as he can. The Marauders doing as much as they can. They're actually getting quite a bit of work done here, both in the amount of damage they're doing, and of course you can see in APM, both players are having, their fingers are basically catching on fire, trying to do all the multitasking they need to right here. We see this Marauder just teasing the SCVs, popping in and out of the bunker, doing quite a bit of damage here. Let's take a look. He has killed currently 3 workers, but at the same time, Foxer, or Marine King, has killed 2 of his own, or 3 of his own, and he does have a Banshee coming out. And this thing is going to go, it's going to find this barracks, I'm sure. It knows it is going to be in the center of the map. And we see Foxer, or I keep saying Foxer because I'm looking at this, Marine King. He is going to be doing some scouting, figuring out where his opponent is, and he's going to do some damage with the Banshee. He does see where he is. And I assume Jinro did see that. Yes, he did. He has an engineering bay done. He's building a missile turret. He might build another one. Of course, lucky for him, because Banshees cannot shoot up. This thing can be doing can just fly away. He does manage to snipe that SCV building the starport, so no Vikings will be out anytime soon. Looks like he's going to try to be finishing it, but he's going to have to be very careful with that SCV to make sure that it doesn't go down. And see, we have the Banshee targeting down that SCV, and it's 2 shots right there. And so now Marine King's just kind of putting the hurt back onto Jinro, and unless Jinro can get out a Viking pretty soon, which looks like he will manage to before this goes down. I hope he will, at least. Of course, with 2 Banshees now, he might not be able to. Might have to repair. Yeah, he's going to have to repair if he wants that to finish. We do see him pulling 4 SCVs, but there's 4 dead SCVs for Jinro, and this is actually not looking too great for him. He did have a nice, cute little contain at the beginning, did some damage, but now he's about to lose his starport. He does manage to survive. The missile turret starts shooting, the Viking popping out, and the Banshees are going to be forced to run. Chances are they will be going down. I'm not actually sure which is faster. 2.75 versus... Okay, so they are the same speed, so the Banshees might be able to escape, but it looks like one will. But we see Marine King going for almost... Yeah, it's a 1-1-1 build, more or less. He's throwing down another barracks now and a command center as well. But for now, he's just producing off 1 factory, 1 starport, and 1 barracks. You can call it the 1-1-1, or as Husky likes to call it, the Destiny Cloud Fist build. Much less boring than 1-1-1. So this point, Jinro is definitely behind. You can see reflected in the supply. He's behind by about 23 supply. He's down by 10 on workers, which... Yeah, we see Marine King managed to kill quite a few there. He does not have the command center on the way, and so if... It looks like Marine King is going to be going for the macro style play. He's going to be, I'm sure, we'll be moving this down to his natural as soon as the orbital finishes. Sorry for closing the production tab right there. Not sure why or how I did that. But as soon as Marine King decides to push out, Jinro's going to be in some trouble. He's going to be hard-pressed to hold that, especially with the siege tank now. And the great thing about this kind of army is it just does so much damage. The Marines can kill air, Hellions can kill light, siege tanks armored, and Banshees are just pretty dangerous in general. And so Jinro does manage to catch up a bit. You see he's still behind by about 8 on workers, up from 10, so of course that's not too bad. And he is making units. It looks like we have Jinro, he's just building Hellions for now. He doesn't have a whole lot of units. Hellions and Vikings. So of course the Vikings will be great for shutting down the little bit of... I shouldn't say air control, because of course Jinro is the one with Vikings, but it will be able to shut down this Banshee. But Jinro does have a Banshee of his own, so he definitely has air dominance right now. And here comes the attack. The Hellions will be good against the Marines, but the siege tank will tear those things apart. We see Jinro microing back, trying to do a little damage he can, but he's not even able to snipe a Hellion, and this right here might be a death push from Marine King. Jinro does not have a whole lot to hold it off with. He's just as Hellions, a lot of Vikings, who instantly snipe the Banshee. Now their work is kind of done. Of course, that is huge because it doesn't let them sight the high ground. So if Foxer or Marine King, I'm sorry again, wants to attack, he will have to run up the ramp to get the sight. And so this actually could be okay. Jinro has to be very careful, almost losing a Banshee right there. And he, again, see, look at that. Marine King very on top of his Marine micro. How surprising. And he will be able to snipe those Banshees as soon as he's given the chance. He will seize that opportunity. And Marine King does have his expansion down, dropping the mules, so a little bit of a transfer there. We see he still has a hefty economic lead. He's up by 10 SCVs, and of course he's double the production right now. And Jinro is definitely in a pickle right here. He doesn't quite know what to do because, of course, he has to be making so many units just to try and survive. But at the same time, if he doesn't keep making units... if he doesn't keep making units, he'll die. If he stops to expand, then he'll probably die. Because, of course, if the game goes into a long macro one, he won't be in good shape. And if the game just attacks right here, if Marine King attacks right here, then it will not be in great shape either. Here comes the attack. The Banshee's managing to snipe a siege tank, but there are so many Marines. I don't really think there's anything Jinro can do against this, but siege mode is almost done. If you can get the siege on the high ground, and especially with Marine King with no vision of the high ground, he might have sacked that siege tank right there. No, it's because this was raising. We do have the siege mode up. This tank is in siege mode. It's up to 3 kills, 4 kills, but it just gets destroyed right there. And there's the GG from Jinro. And really for him, I think it was just because this little attack earlier, he lost a few workers though and substantial mining time. He built a bunker up here. This one was attacked. It was forced to cancel the marauders and everything. He just kind of, it had the potential to do some good damage, but it really didn't. And then with Marine King sending the Banshee over, harassing that starport for a long time, getting 5 or 6 SCV kills, this kind of put Jinro behind. And then, as I was saying, if he expanded, he wouldn't have enough units. If he didn't expand, then he would be behind in the long run. And we just kind of saw Marine King eventually push out and win. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed my little bit of story time about Marine King, even though, about Marine King and TVT style, even though it interrupted the gameplay a little bit. I hope that wasn't too much. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I have one more replay, at least I'm going to cast for you guys right now from the Jinro pack. So I will see you guys very soon. I hope you enjoyed it.